going to take my voice. No, I can't even talk.
So what was it like when Pearl Harbor was hit?
Was what?
When Pearl Harbor was hit, you were saying that you heard it on the radio?
Yeah, Dad had this big, beautiful piece of furniture. It was a radio. And on the bottom, it had legs, and then they were connected. And in the middle, that was a little indent, like that. And so I'm laying down there with my neck on that indent, looking up at the speaker. And the speaker had on the bottom a white light, like there. And I was scared, silly.
Listening to the report of the attack?
Yeah. And I was afraid that soldiers were coming through that hole, that white spot. Oh, I'll never forget it. I really was thoroughly convinced that they were going to come through. It was an awful feeling.
And Grandpa was...
He was out on the street. He was an air raid warden man. And so he had to monitor streets.
Yeah.
And if anybody had window shades that let light out on the side of the shade,
Right.
he'd have to knock on the door and say, "Turn your light off." And they were so close to Boston that
Yes, yeah.
any lights going up the airplanes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And car headlights had to be painted too, right?
Yes, yeah. I was, what was I? I might have been 10 or 11. I was scared silly. And I've never forgotten it. It was awful. Now I read 100th anniversary.
70th.
70th, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know whether I want to read all that stuff. It's scary.
So how long did that fear last? I mean, you knew that Pearl Harbor got attacked and the Japanese were...
Yeah, they were attacking.
Yeah.
The,
So were you scared for the next weeks or months to go?
I think that was,
yeah.
Yeah. They did take Dad out of high school.
Drafted him?
Yeah. His mother had 4 boys, and I think they all went in.
And you all made it home.
Yeah, they did. They did. Very fortunate. It was a terrible, scary time.
Were 2 of them on a ship together once?
No.
Did they pair up at all? No?
No, they weren't together. But Bert's mother, with the 4 boys, they took all 4 boys. She finally went up to the draft board to say, "What's the matter? Can I have one of my sons back?" You know, and they wouldn't let her. And she tried and tried.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it all depends who you knew.
Wow.
But that was before I ever met.
Yeah. Yeah?
I'm just getting the stories.
Yep. Yeah.
Arnold went in. Bert's older brother. Yeah. What was it? There was Arnold,
Lenny
Bert, Lenny,
and Vernon.
Vernon. Okay, 4 boys she had. Yeah. I still get a publication from a man, and he's an elderly, he's either 80 or 90. And the servicemen that were in the war at those times, those that are living, are still writing the story of their things in the military.
Encounters.
And they're sending them to this elderly man.
Really?
And he publishes a booklet And I'm still getting them. And he's in his 90s. Imagine that. And this is dedication. But I had sent up a group of them, the issues. So Peter has them.
Oh, okay.
And I got another issue, a month or two ago. So that old man, and he's been writing, who's going to do this if I'm not here? He's now writing about that. So I don't know if anybody's volunteered to take over. But the servicemen are still writing their stories. So, no, Peter has most of that stuff now. I thought it was a proper place at that time to let him read it. So what is it? 70 years.
70.
70?
1944.
44 or 41?
44. It's 44 to 14. 70 years.
Your brothers might have been, or your father, your grandfather.
I think one of my mom's brothers went in. Actually, yeah. I think one went in.
Yeah. Well, all Farmer's 4 sons were in. They wouldn't let her.
So she was without any of them for 4 years?
I don't think it would have been for the whole 4 years, no.
She had Yelmer living next door?
Next door, yeah. What help he was, I don't know. All he knew was how to swear in Swedish. He was a... I mean, she must have had a hard time.
Yeah.
With the boys in the service, yeah.
Yeah.
The only one she had was Yelma next door. He was useless. All he did was swear.
And she was working, cleaning houses and scrubbing floors and...
Yeah. Yeah, she worked by the day. Yeah.
Because her husband died when Dad was 16.
I think so, yeah. I don't think she had much help from Uncle Yelma.
That's what you said, yeah. Outside of the swearing.
But every year on Farmore, Hedvig always had a visitor that came and visited her. The visitor was a lady, and she came from New York State. I think she was a cousin of Farmer's. And her name was Sigrid. And she would come from New York and stay with Farmer for a week or two. I'd met her, too. Yeah, so that was the only activity, really, that took place at 20 Holmes Street, Northeastern.
Yeah, we saw it a few years ago.
Yeah, we did. We went down for a specific ride. Lovely town. Very rich town. But we rode up around the library.
Yeah.
Were you with too?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a,
We went to the cemetery.
Yeah, we went to the cemetery and we saw the word, you spot it, Gustafson. Yeah.